I'm shooting this video right now for the new Etsy seller or someone that's been trying to get started on Etsy but has been struggling. And in this video, I'm going to share with you probably the number one thing that you will need to have in order to succeed. And that is finding the right niche. Is it niche or is it niche? Niche? I'm gonna go with niche. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making is they are just going after a trend. They're going after a product that might be doing well. But the problem with that is you're not actually creating a brand. You're not really creating a business. Now, the problem with this is if you find that one product, there's gonna be 100 or 500 or 1,000 more people selling that very, very soon. And the other problem is you have nothing else to ever sell that customer unless you are going after that niche. Now, you're watching a video right now on this channel that's called Brand Creators. And there's a good reason for that, because that's what we believe in. Finding a niche, finding products that they want to buy, and then selling them more things than just one item. That's how you can build a sustainable business. And really, it starts with choosing the right niche. And that's what I'm going to cover in this video. Now, I want you to think about this situation for a second. Let's say that you find a really great item and you post it on Etsy and it starts to take off and it does really well. Well, then what happens is you have another 50 people that come in, 100 people that come in, and pretty soon now you're just competing against everyone out there selling the exact same item. But what if you were to find a niche, create a product for that one customer, and then create another product for that customer and another product for that customer, and that's all you focus on? All right, so let's dig in. The very first thing that I always recommend, whether it's a student or whether it's a family member or a friend, is I always tell them to look at your interests. What are you passionate about? What are you interested in? Because here's the deal. Wouldn't you rather work on a business that you're genuinely interested in, or creating designs that actually make you happy and that you're excited about? If you're able to do that, you're going to keep interested even if you're not getting sales out of the gate. So it's really important that you look at something that you are interested in and something that you might be passionate in. I think that's a byproduct. If you're passionate, you don't have to be passionate. You just have to be interested in it. And that's really where I always start. And one exercise I have all my students do, and anyone that I'm advising, is I have them take inventory of themselves by doing what I call a touch list exercise. And basically what that is you are going to acknowledge and write down everything that you do during that day, everything that you touch during that day. If your kids have a volleyball match, well, you're going to write that down. If you're out in the garden because you enjoy gardening, you're going to write that down. If you are going to yoga class because you just love yoga, you're going to write that down. And then you will start to see some of these niches and you'll be able to see, are they actually something that I could build a business in? And now, before you go running off and you go, yes, I found my niche, it's yoga, and I'm so excited, I can't wait to start my business. Before you do that, we need to do step 2. And what that is we need to evaluate the demand for this niche. And the way that we do that is we head on over to Etsy and we start to see what types of products are people searching for and are people buying. And the way that we can do that is use Etsy to let us know if there's actually demand for that. Now, if you want to do a little bit more digging, there is a tool out there called EverBe. It's my tool of choice, and I really enjoy it because it gives me sales numbers. It gives me monthly sales numbers, and it gives me the history of that product. And the reason why I want to see this is because I don't want to just see 1 month and see how it did. I want to see how it's done over the last 2 months or 3 months or the last 2 years. And this will allow me to see how well this product has done over time. And then usually what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to see, are there other products that people are selling in this niche? Now, I'll be honest, this is where you're going to probably spend the most time in the beginning on choosing that niche, because we want to make sure, like I said earlier, that there's not just one product, but there's multiple products that can be sold to that one customer. That's a big tip right there, and I want you to make note of that. You always want to be thinking about that customer. Is there other products that that customer would buy from you after they purchased that one thing? Or if they came to your shop, are there more things that they might be interested in? Now, that's one thing that a lot of new Etsy sellers are not doing, and that's why I wanted to shoot this video. You want to make sure that you're creating a brand for Etsy that is going to allow you to sell not just one product to a customer, but multiple products to that same customer. All right, and step 3 in this process is really scalability. Is there other opportunities in sub niches? And to understand this, let me give you an example. Let's say that you want to go into the wedding niche because you're just passionate about helping people with weddings. Well, weddings is very, very broad. So let's take it a little bit further. And let's say we went from wedding to bridal party to bachelorette party. See how we just niched that down? But that allows me to still go after other categories, other sub niches in wedding. But if you're just starting, you probably want to really drill down in that niche. So this way here, there's less competition there and it's easier for you to get started. But if you're able to niche down, find these sub niches and then go wider in the overall bigger niche, well, that gives you room to grow. So the 3 keys to success in finding a profitable niche for Etsy is number 1, find a niche that you are interested in or that you are passionate about. This will keep you motivated and get you excited to create things for this niche. And number 2, you want to make sure that there's enough demand, people searching and buying these types of products. So this way here, you know that you have potential to make consistent sales. And 3, you want to make sure that it's scalable. You want to make sure that there's multiple products and multiple sub niches that you could tap into to really grow this business to the level that you want to grow it to. Now, let me say, one of the biggest mistakes that people are making is they're not checking the demand in step 2 that I talked about. And that's why I created a video right here that shows you exactly how I find products, how I validate those products, and how I know that they have enough demand. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there.